I'm Dean Homicki and welcome back to episode 2 of the Reset. In today's show, I'm going to do a bit of nostalgia. I'm going to bring out my sensitive side and talk about a fantastic piece of marketing we did a few years back called Vinoweekly. Yes, Vinoweekly. Basically, I, Deano, hosted a wine show where I got a whole bunch of people that enjoyed wine in a winery, in a restaurant, and over here and over there to talk about what it is that the wine gave them. What do I mean by that? Well, it's really easy for us as manufacturers or suppliers or salespeople to basically talk about ourselves because we know the product that we do sell is fantastic. But what it is that stops us from getting sales is us talking about ourselves. So I want to give you an example today. It's a great fun series of videos that we made. In fact, after this video at the end on YouTube, we've got a link there which will take you to a page on the Mickimedia website where you can actually watch all the episodes. It's a way of bringing engagement. I'll use a marketing term. Engagement, getting people interested in what you're doing and you know the problem that you're solving. In this case, we're giving people a good time through wine, but how wine brought people together. Now, if you're saying, okay, Dean, this is COVID-19, mate, we're in lockdown. I want to bring out the pussycat. And what I mean is, I want you to take the phone, take your iPhone, take your Samsung or your Android or whatever you've got. In fact, this show is filmed on an iPhone. Yeah, that's right. You can do this now with your computer, with your phones, and make a show. Get people engaged and talking about it. In fact, why don't you call up some of your customers and find out how they're doing and what they've still got to what they've still got to sell and what they're still offering and promote them. What a fantastic idea if you're in hospitality right now. I mean, everyone needs to know that it's going to be okay. So, one thing I want to remember here, the lessons are, when you can teach people about your product rather than tell them, they'll get an understanding and an affinity and a connection with that product or service. 2, when you can entertain somebody through your product or service, you get a really, really good transfer of knowledge and a lot of belonging and association with your product. Now, this is part of what brand is. I'm not going to go there today. This is part of what brand is. And what I mean by that is allowing people to share their experiences with your product or service is a fantastic way to drive sales. And in this downturn, in this world economy, we really need to get people involved in our product and services. All right, I'm going to stop talking here. Let's get into the show Vinoweekly. I think this is about 4 or 5 years ago now. 4 years ago. I'm Deano and this is Vinoweekly. I'm Dean Homicki and this is the Reset. Deano here for Vinoweekly, and this week we are at the longest lunch here at the Eastern Peak Winery. It's a fabulous day. We're going to be tasting some wines a bit later on, so let's get excited. Okay, this is the tasting that I promised. I didn't expect two beautiful women to be beside me, but my luck is all my way today. Now, what have we got going on? I promised you that when we do our tastings, it's going to be real, it's going to be raw, it's going to be rebellious. This is no faffing, it is no fuss. It is about real people, real wine, and that's what I want you to appreciate. Look, straight out of the bottle, we haven't done anything with it, hasn't been decanted. Of course, I recommend doing that with fine wines, but the reality is we don't often have the time. So, look, today we've got a really high quality wine. It's the Eastern Peak Pinot Noir 2010 Old Block or OB Terroir. If you're hardcore, I call it the Terrier. That's okay. But if you're not into death metal like me and wine, that's okay. You can chill out and you can call it Terroir. So, Jen.
Let's have a go.
Anna,
sure. Let's go.
Pour it, baby.
Whose is this? Is that yours?
Well, that's something I had later. We'll just pour before. We'll do that. We'll get that
Thank
Put some
you.
body on that.
Thanks.
There, Anna. Sorry, I spilled a bit there. A bit clumsy, Deano.
Oh my God, that smells so good.
Well, we've already got a so good. Quiet on set. Got a heckler in the background, people. They just can't stop once they get sampling the wines. All right, let's just check that out for a second.
That is awesome.
Okay, I'm gonna.
I love it.
Must be a bit toffee for a
Sorry,
second. What's
am I
on the
supposed
nose?
to-
What's on the
Am
nose,
I supposed
everybody?
to do nose? Smell?
Oh, yeah.
This is amazing.
Sweet. It's really good. Yeah. Very light, really easy to drink considering it's so hot today.
What are we at? 37 degrees?
Yep.
It's got a bit of sherbet in it.
Sherbet?
Sherbet. Like Fizz Whiz.
Okay.
You ever had Fizz Whiz when you were a young girl?
Yeah.
Fizz Whiz.
Yeah, for sure. Not just when I'm a young girl.
Fizz Whiz when you're
Fizz
when
Whiz
you're
now.
a fine young lady. There we
Yeah,
go.
yeah. Popping candy all the way.
Well, what are we rating that as a wine out of 10? Where does it sort of sit? James Halliday gave it 94 points, which is certainly in the upper echelon of a wine rating. So well done, Owen Ladder, and the people that work so hard here on the vines at Eastern Peak. But out of 10, what have you got it, Jen? What do you think?
You know what, I'm going to be honest, I find it really hard to rate wines out of 10. For me, it's
Okay.
more about where I'm drinking it, what I'm having it with, who I'm with, what's going on. So
Great, that's an honest answer. I like that.
I'm going to be honest, but I know this is a very special wine, and the fact that we're out here in the middle of Victoria, in the middle of a vineyard drinking this wine, I feel like it's extremely special. So
Fantastic.
this experience is a 10 out of 10 for me.
Okay, gee, we're getting some high ratings. Sensational. Yeah, well, look, that's interesting. We've got a location and who we're with rating there. What
Yeah.
are you judging on, Anna?
I just go, it's easy to
I'm gonna
drink.
take my glasses off. Let's just be raw about it.
I was going to put mine on, try and look cool.
No,
I would just go by, it's just easy to drink without
Okay.
any harsh tannins after. That's the kind of wine that I like, something that I can just stick with. And it's, I'm usually, it's a hot day and I can still drink it. So yeah,
Rightio.
I would definitely put it up there. I would buy it in a heartbeat.
I reckon this is
beautiful.
an afternoon wine. An afternoon, if we get back to the date night ratings service that I'm really into, I reckon this is an afternoon date. I'm not sure if that actually has a rating, but I just think afternoon.
This
Yeah.
would probably, I think this would impress the date.
You think so?
I think so. If you didn't know the girl that well or the boy that well,
Right.
and you pulled a bottle of this along, I think you could probably do well to impress.
I reckon
Jen?
you're getting pretty lucky later if you pop out.
Pretty lucky later, gentlemen. This is the bottle to be getting.
The wine to
Fantastic.
get lucky later.
All
Cheers.
right, so here's
Cheers.
from
Cheers to
Vino
getting lucky
Weekly,
later.
Vino Deano, the lovely Anna and Jen.
Cheers.
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 So we get to drink. Oh my God, he's gonna have
don't
to
know, the
edit
wine
out.
to get lucky
But
later.
that's what you said.
That'll be it.
Can you do that?
Hey guys, I had so much fun listening to this. I decided to put a couple of more episodes in, if not for you, just for me. I'm Dean Homicki. This is the Reset.
And it's Vino Weekly here from the Farmers Arms in Dalesford. And today we are going to be tasting something absolutely Scottish and fantastic. It's the Hendrick's Gin. And we're going to be doing some incredible, marvellous, magical work with the lovely Megan. Megan, hi.
Hi.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Thanks for being part of Vino Weekly.
That's all right.
It's your week to
Yes.
be Vino-esque.
That's right.
Rightio.
That's right.
So, you know what? We're going to stop the jibby jab. We're gonna faff. We're not going to fuss. We're going to get straight in how to make one of our personal favourites for man or woman. It is
The sexy Hendrix.
the Sexually Hendrix. It doesn't have any blood in it.
No,
So it's not a Bloody Mary.
it's not a Bloody Mary.
Huh, well, let's rewrite the books. Let's get started.
What you want to do is get a lovely thin slice of cucumber. Nice dash of gin.
And what do we call this, Megan?
This is a sexy Hendrix.
A sexy Hendrix.
Sexy Hendrix.
Wow, so that's how we, that's a sexy Hendrix.
It is, or otherwise known as a sexy gin.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Let's try it out.
Not bad.
Yeah, it's pretty refreshing.
It is. Yep.
You know what we need with this?
Cheese.
Bit of cheese.
Bit of cheese.
Let's go to the cheese platter.
Let's go to the cheese platter.
You know what I like with a gin? A cheese platter, mate.
Cheese platter.
And you know what's really great? Today we're going to be tasting one of the finest cheeses in the world, I believe. It's one of France's more stable ones. It's called a Dauphinois.
Ooh,
It's a fromage.
Christos!
Oh, here we go. Look at this. Wow.
Oh, wonderful.
That's sensational. You know what's the great thing about the Dauphinois is that it's good for 80-year-old birthday parties.
Is that right?
Because it's so soft.
So soft.
That
Doesn't
you
hurt
just
your teeth.
Don't get stuck, nothing. There's going to be no fatalities. Whoa, hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Oh. Hallelujah.
That's French. And it's sexy. Goes well with Scotland. Scotland gin.
Aha. It's a pirate moment. Cheers. See you next week on Vinoweekly. Thanks, bitch.
Thank you, Deano.
Thanks, Megan.
Thank you.
Thank you, Megan. Thank you, Christos.
It just keeps getting better. See you next week.
Bye-bye. Oh, these are great. These are lovely with the cucumber.
It reminds me of a Brazilian woman I once met.
With the cucumber.
The cucumber. Editing this video, guys, I realised that it's pretty bizarre, isn't it, seeing people in cafes and outside eating together as a group. Something we're not going to experience for some time with this coronavirus thing going on. So, I'll tell you what, let's rejoice. Let's have a look at another video. Oh, big corona.
Give yourself a bit of a clean out.
Looks like it's going to be my first time to come out of the closet.
Oh, maybe not.
Fantastic. Good to have you back on the show again today, Mark.
Thanks, Deano.
Sensational. Got man of Mitch. You've been doing some cleaning.
I've been doing a little bit of cleaning. I've been cleaning my closet out. I've come back out again.
I think it looks like me wig.
It's been a while.
Interesting. Well, we're talking about the 2014 Shiraz Summerfield, the Sasha.
Sasa.
The Sasa.
Sasa.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
We've got a lot of
so-
culture to learn.
Yeah, middle daughter. So Sasa is a Japanese word, name. My wife is Japanese.
Right.
Is Japanese, and Sasa is a meaning for beautiful woman.
Wow, there we go. Just put that down.
So single vineyard, single wine, made in my daughter's name from 1970 planting Shiraz, from our original
1970.
vineyard. Original vineyard Summerfield.
Yep.
It's 30% whole bunch, French oak like the Tayo is as well.
Yep.
Just really, really handmade, beautiful wine.
Wow, fantastic. I'm looking forward to... What are we having with this?
We're having tagine lamb shank with fatouche salad and magravia.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, here's
Yeah.
Gavin's bringing it in
Oh, here it
now.
comes.
Sensational, gentlemen. Bring that through.
Piping hot, beautiful. Look at that.
Wow.
Look.
Gavin, we've got a glass of wine for Gavin to join
I
us.
reckon we have.
I'm sure.
We have
If not, he'll have one in the kitchen.
Let's give that a shot. Let's check it out. Gavin, what have we done here, mate? It's terrine, so it's a wet meal.
Well,
is that right?
not a terrine, it's a tagine.
A tagine, thank
Yeah,
you.
so Northern African style dish. A
fabulous.
tagine is kind of denotes the dish that it's cooked in. So traditionally done as a very wet dish, something that you would have done and let cook all day really. So given that it's Northern African, you've got flavours of saffron, dried apricots, preserved lemon, and then we add olives and artichokes and different things through it as well. So
Artichokes are beautiful.
And Mark, I mean, let's try the wine with this. It's the Sassia.
Sasa?
Sasa.
Sasa.
We'll get it right. We'll get it right. But we have had a few wines, everybody. So
Could have called the kids Bob.
James
and Mitch.
fantastic.
The thing about this dish is it's so clean, the flavours are so fresh and so well done, Gav, I've got to say. And there's a lovely smokiness that's there with that as well that I really like.
Wow. You know, I like power drills. I just love how real and raw and rebellious Vinoweekly is. Gentlemen, Gavin, Mark, man of Midge, Brad. It's rocking!
Cheers.
See you next week, Shredders! Woo! What are you doing? Just gonna go with it, yeah? Just gonna go with it.
I couldn't stop it.
I can see that.
Hey, thank you so much for watching the show today. Brilliant. I hope you got something out of that. Please, there's a link in the bio and I think on Instagram, and there's one below here in YouTube for you to be able to connect and click and connect and go through all the other episodes that we published. If you're interested in wanting to know how we made a show like this, please drop me a line. I'm really happy to share with that. In fact, call me, maybe we can do a conference call. Who knows? We can use any means of ways of talking. But the fact is, get out there and have a shot. Get out there and now, don't take your customers for granted. I mean, you shouldn't anyway, should you? But now's the time that you've really got to make sure everyone is with you and that you're with them through what they're struggling with. Okay, this is the Reset. Please subscribe, please share, please listen to the podcast. I'm Dean Homicki. I look forward to seeing you in the next episode of The Reset.